What's up guys, it's Midwest Raider coming at you with another video for my channel. So today I have some in-ear headphones or in-ear monitors depending on how the company wants to call them. So let's get into them. First guys, I have the ZSN Pros and I also have the REVONEXT QT5s. Now these are both inexpensive in-ear monitors, but I wanted to try them out because I wanted to start simple and work my way up. So I will be trying some more expensive in-ears, but I wanted to start out simple and inexpensive just to try these out, because in the last year I've seen a lot of DJs use in-ear monitors. Now I know studio engineers use them. I know vocalists and people in bands use them a lot to isolate their certain things they want to listen to in music. But I thought I would try them out because I really want to enhance my musical experience when I'm using a pair of headphones. And I heard that in-ear monitors can really do that now that they're a little bit more inexpensive, and they're also coming out on Amazon and eBay, and there's a lot of them out because of course the Chinese can copy all this, and now they're making and reproducing them very inexpensive and very fast as well. So let's get into a little bit about headphones really quick. There's many kinds of headphones out there. There's over the ear, like these, that go completely over your ear and they isolate a little bit of sound out. There's the on the ear headphones like these, which go over your ears, but they still leave a little bit of ear out, so they don't isolate as well. And then there's of course your iPhone or your Samsung earbuds, whatever you have. I have iPhone, and there's no sound isolation at all, but you have speakers in your ear. Now the big thing about these is they only have one driver, one dynamic driver or balanced driver, however you want to say, and that driver has to produce highs, mids, and lows, has to produce all the sounds and do it as well as it can. Now unless you buy a very, very expensive headphone, you're not going to get the best drivers, and so it might not be able to reproduce all those sounds the best the best it can. So these in-ear monitors use a dual driver system where it has a dynamic driver and it also has these balanced armature drivers, which basically are very, very small. They have a little different technology. Instead of using a diaphragm and electricity and air to move the speaker, it uses basically a reed or a rod, and it moves back and forth, and it produces the sound in a very, very small space. So basically it'll have dual drivers, so it's another speaker, but it's a little different technology, and it produces sound as well, but it can produce whatever sound you'd like. So if you want it to produce highs or mids, or highs and mids, and then you want that dynamic driver to just produce the bass, you're going to have dual drivers, kind of like a two-way speaker in a car, where you have the woofer and then you have the tweeter, or a two-way home speaker, kind of in that way, or even a three-way, because they make these in-ears with multiple dynamic drivers and balanced drivers as well. So like I said, I wanted to start out simple, so I went ahead and picked up the cheapest, most inexpensive, but had the best reviews, and I really thought it would improve my listening experience, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys as well, since I think that's where we could be going a little bit with these in-ears. So let's talk about the two that I have. Like I said, I have the ZSN Pros and the QT5s. We're going to go ahead and start with the KZs. Now these guys are the more expensive of the two that I have here. They started out at $24, which is not going to break the bank at all. And if you get the one with the microphone cord, the one with the microphone cord is $24. The one without, if you just get a normal standard cord with no mic, inline mic, then it's only $20. So at $20, you're not breaking the bank. And I'm really telling you that these are going to sound a lot better than some of these that I have over here, which is pretty impressive. So let's go ahead and talk about them. They're going to come in a small little box like this. The Earpods or the headphones will look like this. I got a blue shell here. It's plastic. Got your little vinyl tips, and you got little plugins. Noticing that they're not already on the cable, so you will have to plug them in. They got these deep channels that go inside your ear, and that's how you kind of get the best sound out of them. So metal plate here and plastic bottom, so pretty good quality. You can see the dynamic driver inside right there, the little circle piece. And then you can actually see the other one on the back side here. So very, very cool technology, and you're getting those dual drivers. The dynamic driver is going to handle the bass, and the balanced armature driver is going to handle the highs and the mids. So you got that dual driver for the hi-fi sound. Very, very cool. So in the box, of course, you're going to get the driver, a cable, 3.5 millimeter jack, which will go to standard iPhone, Android, anything with 3.5 millimeter jack. And then you're going to get the cord. It says it's a no tangle cord, but you see this one is kind of tangled, so, and I haven't really even been messing with it. So these are a little different. There's no left and right on the actual items. You actually kind of just have to figure it out, find the tip that you want to use, and then plug them in to the thing, to the earphone. And you can see that's how you'll plug them in, as two little prongs there, and they will go into your, but once you figure them out, then you'll know which side of, I know that this one goes on this side. Once you figure out it has the arc on the cord, and then you just hook that over your ear and push that right in. And this one for me fits a little bit big. It's not uncomfortable, but it's just a little bit bigger than the other one that I have. So, but other than that, feels pretty good. Not too bad on the fitment, but like I said, it feels a little bit larger than the other one. But it does have some isolation. I can already tell that it's isolating on this side. So the vinyl tips do work okay, especially if you need to take them in and out a lot. But if you don't want to and you just want to have them in for a while, I would suggest getting a foam tip. And I picked up some foam tips from JLab for $10. I'll leave a link in the description below. But the only reason I bought these is because, one, the foam tips will improve the sound and improve the isolation. But I bought this one because it's a variety pack and I didn't know exactly which ones I would need. So this will help you choose. And then once you find out the size you need, then you can just pick up that particular size. So anyways, build quality pretty nice. You got the zinc metal top, plastic body. The vinyl tips are okay, but like I said, good if you need to take it in and out a lot. Cord is okay. It's like a kind of a brownish color here. And then you got your gold tip there. Other than that, $20, guys. And let's get to the sound. They sound great. You're gonna get a nice overall good sound with the bass, highs, and mids. But I think the KZ kind of accentuates the highs and mids. So you're gonna get a lot of volume out of those. Even more out of the KZs than my QTs. But at high levels, I think they're very brash. So the highs and mids are very, very loud, and I actually had to turn them down a notch compared to the QTs because they are so high, but they're crystal clear and they're very nice. So if you want that, it's going to depend on your ear. If you want them to be, if you want the highs and mids to be crystal clear, and that's kind of what you're looking for, and your lows to be a little bit secondary, then the KZs are awesome, okay? So that's kind of my review of those. Let's go to the QTs, the REVONEXT QTs. Very nice. I kind of picked these because they're way inexpensive, and they're also a little bit different than the KZs. And also, if you've heard, I've also heard of the CCAs, which I think are very, very similar to the KZs. So I kind of wanted to try something a little bit different. So that's why I went with the REVONEXT. And they actually call these a dual driver in-ear headphone instead of an in-ear monitor, but they are an in-ear monitor for sure. Now you open them up and they kind of look like jewelry. The colors are fantastic with the copper color, and also you can see that they say left and right, so there's no double guessing yourself or second guessing yourself. Also the wires on the bottom there. It's going to come with a little cable tie here, Velcro cable tie, 3.5 millimeter jack. It also says it's a a wrinkle or a non tangle cord, and also this is copper wire. The other one is not a copper wire, but the copper of course is a great conductor, so it's going to give you great sound. Also, I'll take these out. Like I said, I just had to show you them in the box. I've already taken them out and listened to them before, but I just wanted to show you what they look like in the box. They come with these gray tips, very nice, pretty similar to the other ones, and do offer pretty good isolation. Once again, still good for taking them in and out, but I would also, no matter what you use or what in-ears, I would go to the foam tips. They really do improve sound and isolation. These are an all-metal body, which is cool. So the whole thing is metal. So good construction, lasts long, don't have to worry about the plastic. But they also say that they're waterproof. Now, I don't know if that's 100% true. I would not dip them in water. But I would say they're at least water safe or water resistant. So if you sweat or you're going to use them to work out or something, I think you would be better with these. These also came all plugged in together with right and left, so you know exactly which ear goes in what. Once you get them, you can put them in. And to me, these feel a lot better in my ears, but it's going to be different for everybody. So, but these feel great in my ear. Good isolation, feel very, very comfortable. Doesn't feel crazy or anything, and I think they fit me perfect. So I really do like those, and gives it an extra couple points for me because of the good fitment for at least my ear. Other than that, guys, it does, like I said, copper wire, still the dual drivers, one dynamic driver, one balanced armature driver for the highs and mids. And let's talk about sound on these guys. Now, the sound for me is a little bit more overall. So the highs, the mids, and the lows all work together, and I would put it more in that headphone quality because they all tie together nicely. There's not one that sticks out more than the other, so I think it gives it an overall general good sound. Like I said, the KZs, those highs and mids are just way above the lows, and so I think you really get that in them. And so, like I said, I would actually turn the KZs down a notch less than the QTs because, like I said, those highs were so up there compared to these. So these are generally overall rounded better than the KZs, in my opinion, in my ear. Other than that, guys, for the price point though, either one of these are a great selection. So if you like the highs a little bit more, then I would go, if you like highs and mids, crystal clear, go with the KZs. If you want a well-rounded sound, go with the QTs, the QT5s. Either one at the price point, you're going to get a good in-ear monitor or in-ear headphone, however they want to be called. You're going to get a good one. So the price point for the REVONEXT QT5s, $15, guys. Ridiculous. $15. You're going to get a very, very good headphone in-ear. And honestly, I cannot argue with the price point or the quality, because I'm telling you, if you get a pair of these, you're going to like it. And if you guys disagree with me, let me know. Tell me why and what you think. But honestly, there are going to be improvements from some of the headphones and earbuds that you guys have already. even if you paid a little bit of money for them. Now, on your super higher end, you're still going to get good quality sound from them. But for the price point that these are, I'm telling you, you guys are really going to enjoy these. Now, the downfalls for DJ type work is, of course, they're in ears, so you can't really, it's a little bit harder to take them in and out than just a standard headphone where you just, take them off. But I would suggest that a good idea, in my opinion, is if you put a foam tip on one of them and a vinyl tip on the other one, and that would be the one that you take in and out a lot, and the one with the foam tip would be the one that stays in your ear. That way it's completely isolated, and you have that sound isolation, and it's also going to stay in your ear. And then you would take out your other one with the vinyl tip, and that would make it easier to get in and out a lot. So it is, you can definitely use it for DJ work, and it would sound very, very good. Other than that, guys, I don't think that's about all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get both of them in. I will be doing more videos on in-ear monitors. I'm going to try some different ones that have more drivers and see if there's a really, really big difference. Like I said, I'm new to these, so this has just been my review, but I really do like them. You're really going to get a hi-fi sound, and you're going to actually reveal more than you've ever had when you listen to music, because they do sound very, very good. One other disclaimer, guys: if you are a bass heavy person, if you love bass and you want bass, these in-ear monitors I don't think are going to work for you, because it's a more well-rounded hi-fi. You're looking for crystal clear and clarity instead of just tones. You're looking for more bass heavy. I would stick with your normal dynamic driver type headphone, because think about it, this has a way bigger dynamic driver. It's a bigger speaker, so you're going to get better bass out of it. It's going to have better bass response. That's why I'm going to try more expensive in-ears, but really I think if you're bass heavy, you're going to like to stick with your dynamic drivers in a pair of headphones that has a bigger driver, and it's your highs and mids are a little bit more secondary. So that's just my opinion, but if you're bass heavy and you want lots of bass, you're not going to get that from these in-ears, in my opinion. So stick with your balance driver over here, and you'll be able to get more of that bass tone that you guys are looking for. If you're looking for an overall great experience with hi-fi sound, go with these in-ears. Also, the panning is awesome on these. You could really hear, like, if the artist is trying to play a guitar on one side and a different instrument on the other side, you can really hear the panning going on in between the instruments and the clarity, and it was really, really cool to check these out. So like I said, my final opinion, guys, I do like the in-ears. I'm probably going to definitely find the perfect pair that I like, keep them, and actually use them for some DJing, also use them for music listening as well. If I had to pick between these two, I would probably go with the QT5s. Not only were they inexpensive, but they look great. They're super cheap at $16. If you want one with the microphone cord, they might run you a little bit more, around $30. But right now, they're running $15 on Amazon, ridiculous pricing. They sound great, they're well-rounded. They look great with the copper color. You can get them in gray too, but I wasn't able to find the gray. That's why I got them in copper. You can find the KZs as well in blue, gray, or purple. I have the blue that I have here, the KZ ZSN Pros. I still like them. If you like more highs and mids in your mix and a little bit more volume, go with the KZs. If you like a well-rounded, go with the QT5s. I do like the QT5s, so I think that's my winner from these two. But like I said, depending on what you want or what you're listening to or what you're going to use them for, would kind of debate on which one you want to pick for sure. But for overall everything, I would go with the QT5s. I just think that they're very, very well-rounded and they fit my ear very well. Thank you guys so much. Midwest Raider, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll check you on a future video. More videos to come. I got all kinds of things coming still, guys, so stay tuned, and we'll talk to you guys later.